Dear students, today we are going to solve some numerical problems related to heat engines, refrigerator and entropy. At first we recollect the formulas. Efficiency of Carnot engine is given by eta is equal to W upon Q1, that is work done upon total heat taken from source, which is Q1 minus Q2 upon Q1, where Q2 is heat rejected to sink at lower temperature T2, Q1 is heat taken from source at higher temperature T1. So it can be written as 1 minus Q2 upon Q1 or 1 minus T2 upon T1. And for percentage efficiency we can multiply it by 100. Second, for refrigerator, coefficient of performance, which is denoted by beta, is equal to the ratio Q2 upon W, where Q2 is heat extracted from lower temperature body at temperature T2 and W is external work done. So W is equal to Q1 minus Q2, hence beta is equal to T2 upon T1 minus T2, where T1 is the temperature of hot body, and efficiency of refrigerator is denoted by eta, which is 1 minus T2 upon T1, which is similar to that of Carnot engine. One thing that is to be remembered, that refrigerator also a heat engine which works in reverse direction. Next, entropy change is denoted by delta S, which is the ratio of heat change delta Q to the constant temperature. Now let us solve the problems. First problem is find thermal efficiency of a heat engine which takes 8 kilojoule heat from source and rejects 6 kilojoule to sink in each cycle. So the solution of question 1, here takes heat 8 kilojoule means Q1 is equal to 8 kilojoule, 8000 joule, and Q2 is heat rejected to sink 6 kilojoule, which is 6000 joule. We have to find the thermal efficiency. Therefore, efficiency will be equal to 1 minus Q2 upon Q1, which is 1 minus 6000 upon 8000, that is 3 by 4, 1 minus 3 by 4, that is 1 by 4, which is 0.25 or 25%. Therefore, the efficiency of engine will be 25%. A Carnot engine has efficiency 50% with the sink at 9 degree Celsius. By how many degrees the temperature of source be increased to make the efficiency 70%? Question 2, solution to question 1, set 2. Initially, eta is equal to 50%, which is 50 upon 100, which is 0.5, and this will be equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1, 1 minus T2 upon T1, where T2 is 9 degrees Celsius means 273 plus 9 Kelvin, that is 282 Kelvin. So 1 minus 0.5 will be equal to T2 upon T1. So T2 upon T1 will be equal to 1 minus 0.5, that is 0.5 and T2 is 282. So we get T1 equal to 282 upon 0.5, that is 564 Kelvin. So initial temperature is 564 Kelvin, and when efficiency is made 70%, then when eta dash is 70% means 0.7, then eta dash will be equal to 1 minus T2 is remaining constant. We have to change the source temperature. So suppose source temperature becomes T1 dash. So eta dash is 0.7. This is 1 minus 282 upon T1 dash. From this relation we get T1 dash. So 282 upon T1 dash will be equal to 1 minus 0.7, which is 0.3, which gives T1 dash as 282 upon 0.3, which is 282.0.3, which is 940 Kelvin. 940 Kelvin. So the change in temperature of sink is therefore delta T1 will be equal to T1 dash minus T1, means 940 minus 564 Kelvin, which is equal to 376 Kelvin. 376 Kelvin. Therefore the temperature of source must be increased by 376 Kelvin in order to increase the efficiency to 70% from 50%. The solution of question 3. Here 1 kg petrol produces this much calorie of heat, therefore 25 kg will produce this into 25 kg heat, that will be Q1. Q1 upon time will give input power, and as you know efficiency is equal to output power upon input power. So Q input power may be termed as P input will be equal to heat produced upon time taken. Heat produced is 1125 kg, 25 kg into 11.4 into 10 to power 6 calorie per kg. This kg and this kg cancels out upon time. Time is 1 hour means 3600 second. So P input will be equal to 25 into 11.4 into 10 to power 6 into 1 calorie is equivalent to 4.2 joule upon 3600 second. So this is input power, and output power is this much. Output power is equal to P out is equal to 99.75 kilo means 1000 watt, and this joule per second is again watt. Therefore, eta will be equal to P out upon P input, that is 99.75 into 10 to power 3 upon 25 into 11.4 into 10 to power 6 into 4.2 upon 3600 joule per second will be watt, and after calculation it will give 0.3 which is 30%, 0.3 or 30%. So the efficiency of petrol engine will be 30%. Solution to question 4. A refrigerator working between -10 degree Celsius and 27 degree Celsius transfers 200 joule per second to room. Find average power consumed. These two temperatures will give efficiency. Solution: efficiency of refrigerator eta will be equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1. This is 1 minus T2 is minus 10 degree Celsius means 273 minus 10 means 263 upon T1 is 27 means 300 Kelvin. So it will give 300 minus 263 upon 300 means 37 upon 300. So this is 0.123 means 12.3%. Now eta is equal to, efficiency is equal to P out upon P input. P output is given to be 200. So this is 0.123 is equal to 200 joule per second means watt upon P input. This gives P input is equal to 200 divided by 0.123, which will give 1626 watt. 1626 watt or 1.626 kilowatt, which is the answer. Question 5 is Carnot engine working as refrigerator between steam and ice points gives out 100 watt. How much ice will melt in the sink in 1 minute? Latent heat of ice is given to be this much. Now this is power, and how much ice will melt in 1 minute? This is time. So power into time will give work, and efficiency So solution: solution to question 5. power is equal to work upon time. Therefore, work will be equal to power into time, that is power is 100 watt and time is 1 minute. So 100 watt into 1 minute means 60 seconds. So this becomes, this much joule means 6000 joules. Now coefficient of performance, this is for refrigerator. Now beta is equal to, therefore beta is equal to Q2 upon W. This is Q2 upon W, and this is also equal to T2 upon T1 minus T2. Q2 is heat used by ice to melt. Therefore, this will give, this can be written as M into L ice, Q is equal to ML, heat taken in state change, mass into specific latent heat, upon W will be equal to T2 upon T1 minus T2. Here all the terms except M are known, therefore M can be calculated. So M will be equal to T2 upon T1 minus T2 into W upon L ice, that is T2 is ice temperature 273, T1 is steam temperature 373 minus T2 273, W is 6000 joules upon Li 3.4 into 10 to power 5. So this much kg of ice will melt. This will be 0.0482 kilogram. Question number 6 is, a Carnot engine has efficiency 40%. Keeping source temperature constant, how much temperature of sink be lowered to increase efficiency by 10%? So solution of question 6. Initially eta is equal to 1 minus T2 upon T1 and eta is 40% means 0.4, which gives T2 upon T1 is equal to 1 minus 0.4 means 0.6. Therefore, T2 will be equal to 0.6 T1. This is equation 1. And keeping source temperature constant, when sink temperature is lowered to T2 dash, then new efficiency increases by 10%, means new efficiency becomes eta dash is equal to 40 plus 10% means 50% means 0.5, which will be 1 minus T2 dash upon T1, because T2 has been changed to T2 dash and T1 remaining constant. So T2 dash upon T1 will be equal to 1 minus 0.5, which is 0.5, which gives T2 dash is equal to 0.5 T1. Now change in, therefore percentage change in sink temperature. Sink temperature will be equal to, initially it was 0.6 T1 and now it is 0.5 T1. So T2 minus T2 dash upon T2 into 100, that is 0.6 T1 minus 0.5 T1 upon 0.6 T1 into 100%. Now T1 cancels and 0.6 minus 0.5 means 0.1 upon 0.6 into 100%, 16.66%. This is 16.66%. A Carnot engine has efficiency 15%. When the sink temperature is lowered by 65%, the efficiency becomes 30%. Find the initial temperatures of source and sink. Question number 7. A Carnot engine has efficiency 15%. When the sink temperature is lowered by 65 degrees Celsius, the efficiency becomes 30%. Find the initial temperatures of source and sink. Here, initially, when temperatures of source and sink are T1 and T2 respectively, efficiency eta is 15%. 15% means 15 upon 100 means 0.15. This is 1 minus T2 upon T1. This means that T2 upon T1 will be equal to 1 minus 0.15, that is 0.85. Therefore, T2 will be equal to 0.85 T1. Suppose this is equation 1. When sink temperature is lowered by 65 degrees Celsius, then new sink temperature becomes T2 dash, which is T2 minus 65. Then new efficiency eta dash becomes 30%, that is 30 upon 100, which is 0.3, and this will be equal to 1 minus T2 dash upon T1, because T1 is unchanged. This means that T2 dash upon T1 is equal to, from here, T2 dash upon T1 is equal to 1 minus 0.3, which is 0.7. T2 dash will be equal to 0.7 T1, and T2 dash is equal to T2 minus 65. This means that T2 minus 65 is equal to 0.7 T1. Again, from equation 1, T2 is equal to 0.85 T1. So therefore, 0.85 T1 minus 65 will be equal to 0.7 T1 from equation 1. Now 0.85 minus 0.7 T1 will be 65, which gives T1 as 65 upon 0.15, which is, this is 433.3 Kelvin. and from equation 1 T2 will be equal to, therefore T2 will be equal to 0.85, T1 0.85 into 433.3, which will give 368.3 Kelvin, and thus initial temperature was 433.3 Kelvin and T2 sink temperature 368.3 Kelvin. Next question number 8. Find the entropy change when 10 gram ice at 0 degree Celsius melts into water at 0 degree Celsius. Latent heat of ice is given to be 80 calorie per gram. So, solution of question 8. Entropy change is delta S, which is heat change upon constant temperature in Kelvin. So, heat change is M into L and this is T. M is 10 gram and L is 80 calorie per gram upon temperature is 273 Kelvin. So, gram per gram cancels and we get delta S is equal to 800 upon 273 calorie per Kelvin, or 800 into 4.2 joule per Kelvin upon 273, 12.3 joule per Kelvin. Next question number 9. Find the entropy change when 1 mole of an ideal gas expands isothermally to twice its volume. Here the process is isothermal, therefore temperature is constant. So, solution to question 9. Entropy change delta S will be equal to delta Q upon constant temperature T. Delta Q from first law of thermodynamics, delta U plus delta W upon T. Delta U is internal energy change. For 1 mole it is 1 CV dt plus work done is RT ln V2 upon V1 upon T. This is 0 because temperature is constant, therefore entropy change will be equal to RT ln V2 upon V1 upon T. T gets cancelled, giving RT ln V2 upon V1, sorry, R T is cancelled, R ln V2 upon V1, R is universal gas constant 8.31 into ln 2 V1 upon V1 because volume is doubled. This is ln 2, so 8.31 into ln 2, which gives 5.76 joule per Kelvin. So, the entropy change will be 5.76 joule per Kelvin.